night at 4:30, right?
Yup, like 4:30. I'm just waiting for this Uber to pull up. I don't know where yet. Yeah, it's not even nothing that serious. It's like a pop up that I'm gonna pop up. And then I forgot I gotta meet Queen too, so I gotta meet her at like 4:15, and then I gotta pull up the patrol or whatever.
So you gotta be getting on the same.
Yeah, I gotta head. I don't know where the Uber is. Taking this precious time.
Alright, bro. Pray, bro. Where we going to get money? Right here. Right here. Right here.
Yeah.
Billy got it bumping.
Looking into the eyes of my enemy, thinking we can either pop shots or tops off of the Hennessy. Wondering if it's too much to remember me. After all the love I gave and provided good energy. And so many wanted to end me, the envy in them was usual. I know you feel what you don't understand, just don't let it consume you. Assume you had the full picture when you was missing angles. Stranded in the desert in search of yourself like Rango. Wondering where the way go, wondering if you wait on me. I've been pitting out SOS's and feeling so anxiously. Hey yo, I just need to know if you available, 'cause I'm here. I said I'm right here, where you said you would meet me. I'm here, yeah. I'm right here, where you said that you would meet me. Yeah. Right here. Once again, it's just me and God. They saying that ain't enough. Just can't believe that you ain't tried. And I can't supply what I ain't got. But chilling in the house is like acting like a bird can't fly. Because this is the playoffs, and I know it'll pay off. But my focus been way off. Yeah. Last season was way off, but I learned from the L's, the lessons that showed me the way lost. It was so hard to say no. Everybody was on my line like call when you wave both saying, hey yo, I just need to know if you available, 'cause I'm here. I said I'm right here, where you said you would meet me. I'm here, yeah. I'm right here, where you said that you would meet me. Yeah. Right here. And I swear it's like here we go again. Got me redefining the people I thought I know as friends. Going over plans with experience and my expertise. Adding extras in. If I lose, it's like double jeopardy. Feel like I'm only left with me. Learning new ways to delegate me. Myself and Yair is the only needs to accelerate. I be up, but you never late. I hold you dear like a rosary. 'Cause after all the bullshit, I'm still right where I'm supposed to be. Right here in the dirt, right here in the murky deep. Fighting to the surface, trying to help you find me. Hey yo, I just need to know if you available, 'cause I'm here. Right here. I said I'm right here, where you said you would meet me. I'm here, yeah. I'm right here, where you said that you would meet me. Yeah. Right here. Right here. Right here.
Yo, what's good? We now tuned in to another episode of This or That podcast. I'm your motherfucking host, Alexander the Great. And today I got a special guest, man, came through like a thief in the night for your boy too, man. So I appreciate that, man. Man, hip-hop artist, gospel artist, man, one of the greatest voices you're gonna hear in this music industry. I'm gonna go ahead and let him introduce himself.
21 King, you know, also known as Joseph Shine, but yeah, 21 King, live in the spirit, dead in the flesh.
I appreciate you coming on, brother, man. Thank you, man. Yeah, man. So a lot of people probably tuning in, probably don't know who you are, man. That was just a little bit of music, man, that we got from you. So as I always like to start out, man. So man, when you start doing music, man, what made you get into it?
Man, music is as far long as I can remember, it's been a passion. I say I got serious about like recording and stuff like that when I was like 15, like 2006, 2005. I got serious. I started recording and getting with my friends after school and all of that. Started engineering and learning all that about it. But yeah, I say about 2000, 2006 or so. But ever since I can remember, I've been writing. I've been singing. I started singing in church, church choir before I was maybe before I was in school. The first time I led the church choir. So,
Okay, that's nice. That's nice. So you started in church. You
yeah, I
had the
started in
spirit.
church. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So you was in choir. How old was you then?
Man, I was probably 5, 6 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay, so you was a little younger than the thing.
Yeah.
Okay. And then when you got older, you said 15, you start getting in the booth and start really taking it serious, writing music.
Yep.
Was you already performing at the time when you start performing?
Around that same time, I messed with people around and they, we used to freestyle. I used to sing and stuff everywhere. I feel like I've been performing my whole life. When me and bro used to get on punishment, we used to be in the window while a lot of kids is outside and they be looking up in our window. We have our music blasting performing, you know what I'm saying? At recess in elementary school, I used to perform for everybody. It used to be a little circle and I'd be performing. But,
Nice.
but yeah, my first like show that was like my show. I think it was at the North Kansas City Community Center. I was like 15 years old. I performed there some of the songs that was like popular at the high school, or whatever.
Okay. So you just natural born star.
I don't know about all that, but definitely a performer. And it's weird because naturally I'm not. I don't feel like I'm good with people.
Okay.
But when I be on the stage or when my music is flowing through me, it's like a whole different vibration. I feel like I'm a different person.
Okay. So what was your influences in music? Like, did you have anybody that you was kind of looking up to that got you to like in music? Or
Michael Jackson is the first person that always come to mind. Since I was little, I just imitated Michael Jackson. Something about just his aura as a artist and how universal he is. And that's even like we were talking about before we started the show, like me rebranding and changing from 21 King to Yosef Shah. And I thought about Michael Jackson and how universal his music was. And just I was like, he went by his real name, but Michael Jackson has always just been number one influence for me, honestly.
Okay, nice. I mean, I guess it's a similarity. If you was doing music since you was 5 or 6,
Yeah.
he kind of came in the thing as well. So that's real nice. So you say you got a brother, man, kind of cake. I mean, I act like I don't know, but I know, bro. So y'all started doing music together too. Was you doing before him?
We started doing it naturally together, like in the church, and people asking us to sing at church and stuff like that. Because we always went to family churches. We always had a family member that was a pastor and uncle or whatever, always asking us to sing at church this Sunday or whatever. Yeah, I think Kyler caught up to me a little bit later as far as recording. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So when you was doing the at 15 and stuff like that, was you working on albums and things like that, or was you just kind of freestyling and playing around with it?
I got right off the back and like I'm trying to put out an album. I can't even remember what my first album was called. I had an album before that was really just recorded on a tape recorder, one take the whole album,
Word.
one take the whole album, just play some music and rap it.
Yeah. You said one take the whole album?
The whole album, just played a beat tape and rapped over the whole album. Just flipping it.
So that's wild. Did you take a break or something? You just ran it through?
Just ran through the whole thing. You can hear me taking breaths. You can hear me messing up.
Okay.
That was my first project, like that I handed out tapes or whatever. But I had to record the tape and play the whole tape every time I recorded. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Right off the bat, I just wanted to pick bodies of work together. I think some people like singles or just a song, but I've always been an album person. So off top, I was trying to put a full body together.
Okay. So you sing as well and rap. Which one did you start doing first? Was you just singing?
Singing came naturally, but I've always been a poet.
Okay.
I always wrote before I was really exposed to hip hop. I wasn't allowed to listen to secular music. So the first rapper I really would say I heard was Will Smith.
Okay.
And I don't know, I was blown away by his abilities, but I don't think he inspired me to rap. I think in third grade I did this project and I had to do an autobiography on somebody, and I wanted to do Tupac for some reason. And I started studying Tupac, and I just became obsessed. I don't know what it was. It was like I found his book of poetry and all that, and I was like, maybe this is where it starts. And so I think pitting those two together, like he had this book of poetry and all that, I had books of poetry. I was like, maybe I should try rapping.
Dope.
So I got into it. It was kind of weird when I first started. I didn't know what to rap about. I kind of looked into the rap scene. Snoop Dogg was popular, so I think my first rap was a whole lot of hizzle, my nizzle jizzles, and
okay, yeah.
it didn't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
it took me a minute to find my lane of content.
Okay.
As far as rapping, I didn't really know how to put the two together.
Okay. So at this time you 15 and like is it like coming easy to you, like to find shows and like to get noticed, or what was it a struggle to try to come up in it?
I really was so consumed with just the creative process. It didn't matter to me as far as performing or anything like that. I had a lot of people get on me like, you need to take the business aspect of this serious. Like, everybody told me how lucrative it could be, and all I seen was I'm just trying to create.
Right.
And looking back, I really should have probably focused more on the business sooner. Nevertheless, I really was just I'm always in the scriptures. The scriptures talk about just being who you are, like the birds. The birds just they go around and they sing.
Right.
I went around singing, so it was like shows just came to me. Everywhere I went, I'd do a show. Somebody at that show would be like, "Hey, I want you to do this event," and it was just like it ended up at some point I was doing shows multiple times every weekend.
Okay, dope. So when you was doing shows, were you doing it with secular music people, or was it just all gospel?
I did very few shows in the secular realm, maybe less than 50. And
that's pretty lot.
yeah, but it was over like a 3-year period.
I got you.
You know, from like 16 to 18, I probably did like 50 shows or something like that. And then at my last secular event, I had this one gospel song, and I did that as my last song. They had like an altar call at the end of the event, and they were like, "You got any gospel song?" Like, I got one. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Like, do this, do that, or whatever. So I did the song. I had my eyes closed the whole time because I was embarrassed that I was doing a gospel song and I wasn't a gospel artist. I just felt weird about it.
Okay.
And when I opened my eyes, every single person at the event had came forward to get their life to Christ. And I was just blown away. I was like, man, this is my gift just did that. You know what I'm saying? And so I met this dude named King David, and he pretty much took me under his wing. And I don't know what kind of system he had, but he had back-to-back shows. And he pretty much took half of his sets for every show he was doing and gave it to me.
Oh, nice.
So after that, I started performing probably 2 times more than I was before for a minute.
Okay, that's love.
And that was churches, that was prisons, pep rallies for schools, a little bit of everything.
Yeah. No, I remember. I know you was doing a lot of things back around the time. You be a little nervous right now, but we gonna let it ride. So when did you like connect like with the Nightmare Gang and things like that? Because I know you had a little group going on back at the time, or a little later in that career.
Yeah. I guess it was all during that period. I was working at this spot or whatever, and met 2 dudes from Detroit, Razor and A West, and we were just all kind of drawn to each other. I think they were in a dark time in their lives, and they had both just relocated here, and so we kind of got close, and then found out they rapped, and the rest was history with them. Carlston Jones, aka King Kong, he been somebody I was rapping with since I was doing secular music.
Okay.
Quill Cater, you know, that was like my brother and like a mentor to me. I feel like that's a rapping machine. Of course, little bro's always been down. But yeah, Nightmare Gang was just like a conglomerate of people I kind of came across that were like brothers to me during the time that I was doing that music. We were like an accountability group.
Dope. And then I know around the time, man, y'all was pushing a lot of CDs, man. Speak about that journey, man, because I know like you was printing up your own stuff, man. Y'all was doing a lot of y'all in-house recording.
Yeah. I always looked like the Master P model. I always seen how Master P didn't wait for nobody to do anything for him. He just like, this is what I'm trying to do. This is how many people I'm trying to reach.
Right.
And he figured out how to do that. And so we used to, especially with Razor and A West being from the D, they had this hustlers mentality. So before I even met them, I'm already handing out hella CDs. But once I meet them, they're like, that's it. That's all you can do. You know what I'm saying? They challenged me like, I'm gonna do 500 this week. Okay. Like, you not? You know what I'm saying? We had a little marker board and we challenging each other, seeing who can sell the most CDs.
No.
And so yeah, we put out a lot of product. I be telling people I probably put out well over 50,000 CDs over a span of like 5 years or so.
And you putting these up yourself?
Physical CDs that I handed to each person.
Oh man, that's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy.
We used to go to events with thousands of people and just hand out over 100, 200, 300 CDs, or pull up to people's concerts that were bigger than us. And,
right.
And CDs to all their fans and stuff.
And when you say hand CDs, you just giving them away.
We did a thing called love donations.
Okay,
so
what's that?
They tell people like, pretty much, if you don't want this, don't take it. Mm-hmm. I paid to make this, but if you feel like you're gonna listen to it, take it. If you can give me anything for it, I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? Not because it's worth anything; it's really worth $1 million.
Right.
But if you can just show me that it has some type of value to you, give me 10 cents for it,
right?
Or you can give me $5 for it,
right?
So that was always a crazy concept. And sometimes we go out and make $100 off 2 CDs,
right?
Then sometimes we go out and make 20 cents.
Okay,
you know
okay.
We always did the love donation there.
Dope. So when you write your music and you do your music, which aspect do you feel like is I guess I say the most funnest part? Is it the writing? Is it the recording, or is it the performing?
Man, that's a crazy question. I've never thought about that. I don't know. I guess they both. That's a good question. Probably recording just because it's so intimate.
Okay.
Like that's where I'm in space in a rocket by myself, and I'm just like seeing what I can see.
Right.
But going on the stage, it's like it's a whole different beast. So both of them in a sense, but I have to say recording just because I can really play around, and I got songs that nobody will probably ever hear, but I just got to do what I would do. So that's just a crazy feeling.
Yeah, so you like putting together the work, like
I like putting it together and just seeing it come to fruition.
I got you. Okay, I mean, I can understand that. I think I might, hitting the booth. But so with the music scene and the gospel scene versus the secular scene, do you think it's harder for artists that's in your genre to get noticed over?
As far as like being considered a Christian hip hop artist?
Yeah. Facts.
I don't think so. I think it could probably be easier. I think there's a negative stigma towards Christian hip hop artists because nobody knows what to expect.
Right.
So, you don't know if it's a rapping pastor or you don't know what to expect. Yeah. And so I think it's a negative stigma, but because being a Christian is a community, it automatically puts you in a group of people. It was hard for me overall because I started secular and then I started doing strictly Christian music, and then I had a point where I was like, what am I doing? I went through a lot performing in churches. I seen some crazy stuff in churches, and I kind of stepped back. I didn't want to judge God for what was going on in the churches, but I wanted to figure out for myself. And so like I just started studying and digging deeper, and it just took me on this crazy journey. So now my music I don't consider my music Christian, but it's coming from a Christian man.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Or I'm a man of God, whatever title you want to put on it, Christian, whatever. But my music, I can't call it Christian because I'm so raw with my emotions sometimes that it's not something that a Christian would want to hear sometimes.
Got you.
But it's always going to be edifying. I remember this pastor, God rest his soul, told me like your music is powerful, but because it's so powerful, you got to make sure all your songs end with the light at the end. They all have to. I used to have a lot of songs in this about my darkness, but it just ended in darkness. So I came to a point where I was like, I got to make sure, no matter how dark this song is, by the end of it, I'm telling people, but there's hope. I said it. So that's the gist of my music. It's coming from a man that spends a lot of time seeking God. So it's gonna have some godly influence or spiritual or religious aspects, but it's not necessarily Christian because there's definitely a lot of things I say that Christian artists wouldn't let fly.
Okay. So when you say what makes an artist Christian rap, like because they give the glory to God, or
I think that's a weird question these days. Not a weird question, but it's a strange question in essence, because when I first was exposed to Christian hip hop, it was literally the gospel in rap form. Like you can listen to a Christian rap CD and you can come from the flow like you understood what the gospel was, who Jesus was, what his role is, who got, you can understand all these aspects. now I don't feel like that's what Christian hip hop artists are. I feel like more of them have become like me in a negative way. If that makes any sense. A lot of them are like, I'm fly and God did this. And that's really all they got to say about it. And there's no meat or anything.
Oh, just like a braggadocious kind of
Yeah,
standpoint.
and I'm not knocking that community because I've come to a point where I don't really listen to secular music anymore. Most of the music I listen to is Christian or is more wholesome. I don't like niggas and bitches hoes. I don't want to hear that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Especially I got $5. I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It has a time and place. I still got music I love that got that in it, but I try to stray away from it because I realize how it influences my energy. But yeah, it's different. A lot of the artists these days that could consider themselves Christian hip hop artists are just they are Christian, but their music is not secular, but it's not secular either. You might not tell the difference 90% of the time these days versus back in the day. It's like, okay, you know, this is a Christian rap.
Oh, right. It's kind of blend. They trying to like kind of blend in with what the world sound like.
Yeah.
I can get that. Where do you feel like the game is as far as with the music and hip hop, Christian rap, just secular rap? Like, where you feel like is it? You feel like it's in a good place right now, or what?
I feel like it's in a good place. I know Russ had an interview. I don't know how long ago, maybe a couple months or so, and he was just talking about how the future of music is I don't know what word he used, but everybody's moving towards they trying to take care of themselves and wholesomeness and wellness and all that. That's like the wave now, being woke. So I feel like just if you have that right blend, if it's not just Jesus, then it may be the next big thing because it's like nobody at some point is going to want to hear anything that's not good for them. Secular music is like candy.
Yeah.
A lot of it is just feel good, sounds cool, but it's nothing else to it. And I also understand there's the downside where people are like, I don't want to be taught or talked to every time I listen to music. I just want to enjoy myself. But I feel like because a lot of the artists aren't just trying to push their message on people, they're just like, this is my vibe. I can be cool too, and this is why I'm cool. Cool because you do this, I'm cool because I do this. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it could be the next wave for real. Some Christian artists are some of the #1 charting artists right now.
Yeah, Lecrae, I think is like
Lecrae,
is up there.
KB,
Okay.
Hovey, Forrest Frank. There's some Christian artists doing some big things right
now. Dope. So where do you find your balance at as far as like trying to get that level of the people's ear versus staying in the lane that you want to be in?
I've always struggled with it. I've always struggled with it because I think about what people perceive me to be versus what I am, and I'm careful with that. And sometimes it's to my detriment, I guess. Ultimately, I just want to be myself. I don't want to make all my music just strictly this is like religious or spiritual because I feel like at that point I'm making myself bigger than life. I feel like a lot of the artists that are even pastors and just religious or spiritual people, they don't point out any of their flaws. They just point out they give this persona like they're perfect, and I don't ever want to do that. I have a fear of reaching a height and people looking up to me, and I don't want that. And that's part of the reason why I want to embrace the name Yosef because it's like Yosef is yourself. It's like you are me. We one. If I can do this, you can do this. You know what I'm saying? And it even goes down to anybody that may look at me and be like, "How does he deal with this or deal with that?" You can do it too. It's not me. It's not me being special. It's my connection with something beyond here. And so I think that's extremely important.
Okay. And when you say bigger than life, or you mean like what do you mean? Like elaborate on that. You don't want to make yourself bigger than life.
I feel like a lot of celebrities and entertainers just kind of give out this persona like they perfect, or like they don't have any struggles, or I don't know. It's just like this over unhuman feeling, and that's not relatable to me. I listen to a lot of the secular music and Christian music that be out, and I just can't find where I fit with any of it as far as relating to it. It's like I don't feel that holy, and I'm not that thuggish. You know, I don't want to shoot him. I might want to smack him. I don't want to shoot him. And no, I don't want to thank God for this. I want to cuss God out for this. But so it's like, how do I find the balance between those two things? And if I do have the perfect answer, how do I present that without people saying I'm perfect? I got this perfect answer because I seek for that answer. This didn't come from me.
Nice. So how many albums you got out?
I couldn't even answer that question. I really couldn't. I couldn't. Like if you just count from the moment that I started making Christian hip hop music to now, that's probably 20 plus projects.
Okay.
And that's not even counting what I was making before then, which would be 20 plus projects as well. So
okay,
I got a lot of music out, scattered a little bit everywhere.
nice. Do you feel like the streaming era is better than the hand-to-hand CD sale era, or which era do you feel is better?
I might be old school, but I don't like the streaming era.
Okay.
It has its perks. I like the concept of just music being in the air and you can summon it wherever you go. But I think we've lost a lot of the connection and the personal aspect of it, even though we've become more personal. Like our favorite entertainers, we used to only see them when they were on TV or whatever, doing a outing. Now you see them every day. You know what they wearing, what they ate today,
right?
And everything. And it's so I feel like we needed it more than like it had more of a meaning. Now it's so like available everywhere. It's like it's nothing now. It just seems like it has less quality. Not quality. It just doesn't. It don't feel like it means as much when it's streamed. It seems like people. I don't know.
I mean, if it don't mean nothing, there ain't no quality in it. I mean, so I mean that
like,
it's a quality
song today. You know?
Yeah, right. And maybe do you feel like that could be why music don't last like it used to?
Yeah. It's oversaturated. It's way oversaturated. Everybody say they're artists, and they've been doing that for the longest, but it's a lot of it's just not even art no more. So when some art does come out, you don't even know where to find it at for real. It's, even though it's everywhere versus some people just stuck to what they did and they were good at that. And I was like, not to knock bro, because we were just talking about how bro is the GOAT, Drake. But like listening to his last album, he has the room to do that. He has the room to do that. If anybody can just do what they want to, it's Drake. What is somebody got? You can't cancel it.
Hey, the last album was my jam. Man.
It is. But it's just crazy how he was able to just completely be a different. It's like a whole different energy.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so evolved, and not even just on the Drake level, but like you don't know what to expect anymore. People's sounds used to just evolve, if that makes sense, and now it's like people don't know who they are so much that what they give is just what people want. It's not what is coming from them. It's like people create an image instead of giving. And I think that's why Drake is as successful as he is. He knows exactly what people want. That man is a psychologist. If anything, he knows exactly how people think well enough to give them the right perception. So to some degree.
Right. So how do you find that line between making music for what people want or making it from what you want? You know what I mean?
I was just talking about that with my queen. Like, man, do I decide a ratio? Like, for every 10 songs, do I make it 5 of them for being 5 for the people, or But I just been trying to find a balance. I ultimately have realized in my growing up or whatever that it's like if this art really is for people, as much as I love creating it, I love creating it. If it's ultimately for them, I need to give people what they want to hear, and then if I can sneak my message in there, then I sneak my message in. But I'm trying to find a way to sonically give people what they want to hear, and even energetically, but content wise, I can't. That's something that I can't change.
Okay. And what area around Kansas City did you like grow up in and things like that?
I feel like we moved around a lot, but the Wyandotte area was always a
Wyandotte.
That was always a staple for our family because no matter where we were, which was usually in the North Kansas City area as far as my family, but we always had all our family was there. So I felt like that was a place that no matter where we was moving around, that we was always going back to Wyandotte at some point.
Okay, so you on the Kansas side too, and then the Missouri side.
Yeah, so I feel like I represent both sides.
That's what's up. Yeah, no, 816 to the 913,
yes,
man.
Sir,
you feel me? You feel me? You got any new like projects? Well, I know you've been dropping a lot of stuff. Like you working on things. What you got going on now?
So this year, I haven't been steadily releasing music or even felt like I've been releasing music at all the last 4 years for real. For real. I kind of just been figuring out life. So this year I just really want to get back in my bag of being an artist, making music. So this year the goal has been to release a EP every month. So we 4 months in, I've released 3, and I got another one lined up right now called Warship. And that should be dropping any day now.
That's big. That's huge. EPA money. It was another artist here in KC. I think did like a song. He did a song every day for the whole year. CW Young Blood. Shout out CW. I had a nigga on the show too. Yeah, he did it. 365 is what that motherfucker was called. So you be doing the album every year. Got to promote that mug, man. Yeah. Keep putting that music out here, man. Like what's your end goal with the music, man? When do you feel like you reach your pinnacle or like your success?
Success for me, I've that is like continually redefining for me every day. Because I really at this point I'm just looking to enjoy life, whatever that means. If I can just be happy, that's success to me.
Nice.
But the end goal for my music is really to influence as many people as possible that there's something beyond us. And I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'm 100% sure it is. So it's my goal to get people to reach out to that and see if it reaches back out to them. That's my end goal. Ultimately, I want to make good music, and I want to be a superstar and all that, like everybody that is an entertainer does. But ultimately, my heart is to touch people and let them know, like we not alone. We're not alone, and it's not some mystical creature. When I say we're literally not alone, there is a creature that's more significant and intelligent and more real than even we are. When people can really just take that into real, when people really realize that God isn't the man in the sky or just the man in you. God is a physical being roaming this earth. When people come to that realization, I think it really does something. And it's not about like religion or nothing like that. It's just that's a powerful thing. We want to know where we came from, and I think that's important. It's very important because we going somewhere.
Right. In order to know you're going, you gotta know where you've been. You gotta know where you've been.
Like Mike Tyson said, you gotta leave with who brought you to the party.
Right. Facts. And to like just double back real quick on the question because you had brought Drake up earlier, man. Just ask like who you got in the battle right now with Drake and K-Dot.
I don't even understand what's going on. Man, like it's the Avengers.
Yeah.
I'm not completely sure what's going on. I've always, if I had to pick like who I like more between K-Dot and Drake, it's probably gonna be K-Dot.
You think? Yeah.
But as far as this battle goes,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Drizzy is, not to give Drizzy too much time, but what he just did on that AI distance.
Yeah.
Like I said, I feel like it took a whole. If he came up with that on his own, that's crazy.
What's your perspective on AI and like they being able to manipulate voices and stuff like that? And how you feel about that?
I don't know if it's good or bad. I feel like it's gonna probably cause more pain ultimately in the world than it will cause good.
What makes you say that?
Just because it's ultimately fake. AI is just another word for fake, and we've got so good at fake. We've got so good at fake that now it's like you can easily trick the smartest person, and that's scary. Like my pop showed me a video the other day, and he was laughing. I was looking at it like, you don't realize this ain't real. That didn't just happen. This is you know what I'm saying, but it's only gonna get worse.
Nah, that's crazy though. Yeah, I had talked a few years ago to my peoples, and we was saying something about like, man, it's gonna get so crazy to the AI where like you have a phone call coming from like me, and you be like, you think it's me, and it be a whole other bro. So that point is scary as hell.
It is, and I'm not like it's like I'm not saying some iRobot stuff is gonna happen, nothing or Matrix, but I do have some crazy concepts, and I don't, I have faith in this world, but there's a lot of people who will do anything for what they want. I feel like AI is a powerful tool for just anybody to be able to get their hands on. You can fake an image, a video, a sound, anything. All you have to do is come up with the right skit. You can get anybody.
Right, and then you can mess somebody's whole
everything, somebody's image or somebody, you lie to somebody, whatever. It's just that's scary to me. I think it's dope though what we can do with it in the positive. You know, Drake bringing back Pac for a second. You know what I'm saying? But it's just kind of it got its. This is a dark world ultimately.
Right.
It's a dark world. No matter how much faith and hope I got in it, and just to know what people do with what we already have, it's only going to be more readily available in the near future, and it's going to be better, and it's going to
it's gonna get crazy.
Yeah.
If you had one last thing to tell somebody, man, what would be a piece of advice that you would give somebody to help like their life move a little bit better or move forward or get out of their stagnant position that they might be in?
Man, I don't know. I feel like that's a scary situation. It might be different every time, but I ultimately would say if you trust the process, if you believe, here's the thing: you can't trust the process if you believe in evolution, for lack of better words. That's a theory that says everything is nothing and everything is going back to nothing. So that's scary. But if it's not that God is for weak people, but if you truly realize and understand you have no control over reality, you have very little control. No matter how much you say about manifestation and all of that, we are so obsessed with it because of our lack of control. And so if we can realize that something has control or has a final say, I think that's just that's important. So it would change every time. But if you can believe that there's something that loves you beyond our physical being, our human bodies, and trust the process.
That's what's up.
That's what I would tell somebody, because it get hard and there's a lot you can say. But ultimately, if you can truly trust that things will work out for your best, like you gotta truly trust it though. Trust it like a whole action. You know what I'm saying? To trust it. When you trust something, you move different. If you don't trust something, then you iffy.
Right.
So it's like to trust the process and just really, it's a difference in being down and being like, I don't know what to do, but I trust that whatever I do is gonna work, versus I don't know what to do. Your energy different.
Straight up.
Whatever you doing, like the script, not to just keep going back to the scripture, but the scripture say, whatever you do, do it to the glory of your Father. So it's like, if I can just, even when I don't know what to do, I'm just doing the slightest thing. It's like, if I just do the best at that, because I trust the process, you never know when it's gonna pop off for you.
You never know, man. But yeah, keep faith, man. Trust the process. That's some good advice. I mean, because don't give up, man. That's what everybody say, man. About to get into the segue of these questions, though, man. Before we get to ending the show, man. But I do appreciate you coming on the show, bro, man.
You having me. I've been ready to come on to that time.
For sure. I appreciate you having me, man. One of the double stars, man. I remember when I first met you, bro, man. Like you was like, man, what, 21?
Yeah,
maybe.
21,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Brazen hooked us up, man. And we've been rocking there since. So I appreciate it. So this to that question, man. The first one I always like to ask everybody: which one would you rather have, love or money?
Love.
Okay. Too much sleep or little sleep?
Little sleep. If I could go without ever sleeping again, that would be like one of the greatest gifts that life could give to me.
What? Without just staying up all day, all night.
If I could never sleep again, I'd be
music festival, art festival.
That's a good question. I'm gonna have to say art festival. When I was younger, I might have said music festival. That sounds like a headache. If I had performed it, or my people. Yeah, I catch I ain't trying to see a lot of random artists. I really go see some. Seeing art inspires me, you know. Hearing other artists inspires me too, but sometimes it's just a whole lot of sound.
Yeah, I got you. Breakfast or dinner?
Breakfast. I'm a breakfast man. I can eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Okay. With makeup or without makeup?
Without. Yeah, I like both. I like both, but I like, you know, anybody can do makeup, especially these days. You know, see those videos on Instagram where the woman look like Ashitaki and put on some makeup and look like Mulan or something.
Yeah, we love the women though, but you just said.
Yeah, so I like both. I like versatility, but
okay.
I'd rather just be able to see how God made you.
Okay. Facebook or Instagram?
Instagram.
Okay.
Facebook did me dirty, so I got it. Even though Instagram is owned by Facebook.
yeah, but they do be on different type of times though. A yacht or a jet ski?
Yacht.
Okay.
Yacht. Definitely.
Got a couple more. We're gonna get in the Kansas City side. A Whopper or a Big Mac? Shout out to my sister for sending me these.
Man, I would have to go with the Big Mac.
The Big Mac?
Yeah, I would have to go with the Big Mac. I probably wouldn't eat either one for real.
Straight up. Okay, I got 3 more, and then we're gonna go to Kansas City side. Cash or credit?
Cash.
Okay, a desktop or laptop?
Laptop. For sure, the laptop. Gotta be mobile with it.
And this one of my favorite. No, I got 2 more because these are my last 2 favorite. I always like them. I'm gonna go unicorn or dragon.
Dragon.
Dragon, okay. And a pirate or ninja?
Ninja.
Ninja.
Head and leave village for the rest of my life.
Okay. All right.
Village.
So we're gonna tap into the Kansas City side. This is the first one I always jump out the gate with. It depends on how you answer this. It might go on. Which one would you rather eat? Gates or Arthur Bryant?
I'm doing the Gates. They're not gonna do me like I did Lose.
Shout out to Lou.
Yeah, shout out to Lose. No, I'm gonna do the Gates. I got too many memories there.
Okay. Gates or Big T's?
Gates.
Okay. Gates or LC's?
Gates.
Okay. Or Gates or Jack Stack?
I haven't had a lot of Jack Stack. I feel like Jack Stack got maybe a different variety of stuff. I'm still gonna go with Gates though.
Okay, all right. Gates keep on winning.
Jack Stack is good for like the pizza.
I don't know. They be talking about the chicken wings and something else. They be acting like Jack Stack got some dope
I tried
stuff.
a few of their items, not as many as Gates though.
Straight up, not fuck with Gates too. All right, Oak Park Mall or Independence Mall?
I ain't been to either one in years. Independence based off of muscle memory.
He going to the hood, man.
That's where I used to hand out CDs. That's where I met Tech Nine and Chris Calico. Like,
okay. Shout out to Tech. Mayor Cleveland or Mayor Lucas?
I don't know. I don't know. 21 for mayor.
Straight up. Okay, you ain't thinking neither?
Nah, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't want
to. Westport or the Plaza?
We're gonna do the Plaza.
Okay.
The Plaza.
The Royals or the Chiefs?
Chiefs.
All right. 2 more. Rich or Tech?
Shout out to both of them.
Yeah, all day. Rich know what it is.
Yeah, Rich for Tech.
Yeah. Tech 9. All right. And the last one that I ended with, man, Prospect or Truth?
Man, I don't know. That's it's so close to being equivalent in my brain.
Mm-hmm.
You say Prospect.
Prospect.
Yeah.
Okay. The spec is a good thing. Pushing the P on the Sunday. All right, man. Well, shoot, that's the end of that, man. We're gonna be wrapping this thing up here in a little bit. Oh, we just burned myself on the camera. Hey, shit. Hold on. Hey, it's always so. But we're gonna end on this thing. 21, man. Yes, thank you, brother, man, for coming on. I was gonna have a book group. That's why I gotta get a team, man. If y'all want to work for that podcast, holla at your boy, because we definitely hired. I got the 21 King on the show, man. Had a dope ass interview, man.
21st episode on the 21st.
All day, man. Make sure y'all go check out this man's music, man. Check out what he got going on, man. He doing this thing, man. Putting on for Kansas City in a positive way, like everybody that I bring on this motherfucker. We're gonna keep it rolling. Thank y'all for tuning in for another week of This and That podcast. I'm your host, Alexander. Stay safe, stay positive, possible. Keep God first. Oh man, I had hit that damn thing.